Okay, thanks everybody for coming today to do my yoga class. We're going to be doing a kind of heart opening, chest opening posture as our main pose today. So this will be kind of energetic, slightly dynamic, but there'll be lots of modifications and options for everybody. Can I just start by asking anyone if anyone's got any injuries or any conditions that they need to let me know of?
I have asthma.
Have you got your inhaler with you?
I do.
Great. So Natalie, for you, if you feel like in any of the breathing work that we're doing, just make sure that you're not holding your breath, so no breath retention for you. And in yoga generally, we would like everybody to be breathing through their nose, so I'd like to introduce you to the style of breathing that we'll be doing, which is Ujjayi breathing. So this is breathing through the nose, and you should be able to hear the sound at the back of your throat, so it kind of sounds a bit like when you listen to a seashell. So you inhale through the nose and then exhale, and you should almost be dragging the air in and out so you can kind of hear a noise coming. So just take a few moments, see whether you can hear that. It shouldn't be audible to the next person next to you, it should just be in your own ears, so it shouldn't be a big noise. But that's how we'd like, that's a good way to be breathing, and it brings your mind onto your breathing, so you can kind of be focusing on that rather than focusing on what you're going to be having for dinner tonight, for example. And the other thing I want to mention is obviously I mentioned that there'll be lots of modifications for people, but I also wanted to just kind of make you think about one of the things in yoga, which is ahimsa, which is non-violence. So this is non-violence to other people, but also non-violence to yourself. So within yoga, it's not a competition. It's not about looking at the person next to you and seeing what they're doing and how well they're doing a posture, because it's not really about that. So I really want you to just focus on feeling it in your own body, making sure that if you're in pain, you don't keep doing it just because you see that Lucy's doing it and she's doing it really well or perceived really well. So just make sure that you're being kind to yourself, doing what feels good to your body and not overdoing it. To begin, we're going to start with a short breath meditation. So this will be energizing again. So we're outside obviously at the moment, it's quite chilly, so this will bring some energy into the body, warm the body up, so we're ready for the yoga practice. So this is called Kapalabhati breathing. The idea is that you bring the breath into the body and then you contract the abdomen to squeeze the air out in short, sharp bursts. So I'll start by just demonstrating to you. So this is how it will look. So I'll inhale deeply, filling up the lungs, filling up the stomach, and then I'll count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And as I count 1, I'm contracting my abdomen to squeeze the air out. And as I count 2, I'm releasing it. So from the side, it will look like this. You're all welcome to place your hands onto your stomach if you feel like that will kind of help with feeling how the breath is moving in and out. I'll be counting 1, 2 for about 15 to 20 times, depending on how it goes. And then you'll exhale anything that's left in the body, and then take a few normal inhales and exhales. And then we're going to do a breath retention of 15, working up to 20. So we'll do 3 rounds of this, and then we'll move on to the asana practice. So if you want to start, hold your belly or bring your hands onto your knees in Chamudra. Close the eyes. Take the focus within. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And we'll just take another normal breath. So inhale, exhale. And the next inhalation will be to prepare for the Kapalabhati breath. So inhale deeply. And now 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So let anything go. And then just take a couple of normal breaths here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And this time, as you inhale, we're going to retain the breath. So inhale And we'll retain for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now a long, slow, smooth exhalation. Take a couple of normal breaths here. And on your next inhalation, inhale deeply and we'll prepare for the second round. So inhale. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Take a few normal breaths here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale fully. And on the next inhalation, we're going to do the next breath retention. We're going to work up to the count of 20 this time. Only hold the breath as long as it's comfortable for you. So inhale. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Long, slow, smooth exhalation. Take a couple of normal breaths. And on your next inhalation, we're going to get ready for the next Kapalabhati breath. So inhale deeply. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Exhale fully. We'll take a couple of normal breaths here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll take our last breath retention. So inhale deeply and hold for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And take a few normal breaths now. Open the eyes when you're ready. And I'm going to get you to come onto sitting onto your onto your knees. So if this is uncomfortable for you, you can use a block in between your heels to sit your bottom onto, or 2 blocks if you need that. And we're just going to start by warming up the body. So as you inhale, bring the arms up overhead, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bring the hands into heart center, Anjali Mudra. Bring the hips down. Inhale, bring the arms up. Look up to the thumbs. Exhale, lower the hips, hands to heart center. Last time. Inhale, slowly float the arms up as long as you're inhaling. And then as you exhale, bring the arms and hips down. This time, inhale, bring the arms up. As you exhale, bring the hands, fingertips onto your shoulders. We're just going to warm up the shoulders by taking a few shoulder rolls forwards. Moving with the breath. And then moving backwards. So inhale, bring the shoulders up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back and down. Last time. And now we're going to come onto all fours. So in this position, you want to make sure that your alignment's correct. So your hands are, your wrists are directly below your shoulders, fingertips spread so the whole of the palms in contact with the mat, and then your knees hip width apart with the knees directly below your hips. So we're going to start off in this position with a nice flat back. So from the tailbone to your neck, you're nice and in line. And then as you inhale, bring the chest forward, drop the belly to the floor, look up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, drop the chin to the chest, curl the spine. Inhale, come back through, open up the chest to the front, look forwards. Exhale, tucking that chin and tailbone, belly button comes towards the spine. Inhale, come back through, lift. Exhale. And now, as you inhale, raise up the right arm, come back to a flat back, raise the right arm up. Exhale, thread it through the left arm, bringing the shoulder to the mat if you can. That's it, Ian. Inhale, open up the left arm to the side, opening up the chest, feeling a nice stretch. Exhale, bring the left hand down, sweep the right arm up to the side, opening the chest to the opposite side. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, open. Exhale, bring the shoulder down to the mat. Inhale, open up the arm. Exhale, hand reaches down to the mat. Inhale, come up to the other side. And then 1 more time. Exhale, bring your shoulder through. Open up the other arm to the side. Feeling a nice stretch, just stay there for 1 more breath. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Open up the right to the side. And then bring your right hand back down. And then just adjust back into that tabletop position. And we're going to do the same on the left. So inhale, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, drop the shoulder to the mat if you can. You can stay here, or if you want a deeper stretch, open up the right arm to the side, opening up the chest, spiraling the chest. Exhale, right hand comes back down. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, let's go back through. Inhale, open up the top arm. Exhale, right hand comes back down to the mat. Inhale, lift up to the left. Last time. Inhale, raise the right arm. Exhale, right hand back to the mat. Left arm reaches up. And as you exhale, bring the hands back down. And now we're going to take the right foot out to the side. And the alignment should be that your foot's in line with your outer hip. So Ian, you might want to take your foot slightly back. And then you also want to make sure that the foot is fully in contact with the mat. So make sure you're pressing the outer edges of your foot into the mat. If you feel like you're stretching your foot too far, bring it slightly further back in. And then for anyone with a block, you can use the block to your left outer hip. Okay, inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, left hand down onto the mat, onto the block. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the top hand, and as you exhale, fold over to the side. And you want to make sure that you're bringing your right shoulder back and your left shoulder forward so that your shoulders are in line. Inhale, come back up. We're just going to fold over to the side again. Again, making sure that that chest isn't falling forwards. So bringing the top shoulder back. I'll come back up. Exhale, fold forward, fold over to the side for the last time. And then inhale, both arms back. Exhale, bring your hands down. And I just want you to take the block to your left outer ankle. Keep the block in your ankle, and this time press the hips forwards, keeping them in line. Raise up your right arm, and then just take a gentle back bend. And now exhale. Bring the hands back to the front of the mat, wrists shoulder width apart, and then just press down, feeling a nice stretch. That's it. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring the right leg out to the side, take it back and down. So we're back into that tabletop position. And now we're going to repeat on the left side. So inhale, raise the left foot out to the side. And this time you want to make sure, again, that the foot's lining up with the outer hip. Take the block to the right-hand side. Inhale, raise the arms up. This time, keep the left hand up, right hand to the block. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the top arm, and then exhale, fold over to the side. And you want to make sure that you're bringing your top shoulder back, like this, and bottom shoulder forwards. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold back over to the side. Inhale, come up, lift and lengthen through that top hand, and last time, fold over to the side. Ian, bring your bottom shoulder forwards slightly. Inhale, come back up, both arms up. Take the block to the outer side of the ankle, keep it in your hand, and we're just going to lift up, pressing the hips forwards, opening up the chest. And now come forwards, hands onto the mat, and then just press forwards again so you get that stretch. Inhale, come back up. Place the feet together, open up the knees, sit the hips back, and come into child's pose, Balasana. So at any point in the class you feel like things are going too fast for you, or you just need to take a breather, you're always welcome to come into this rest position of Balasana. Take a few deep breaths here. And now start to walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Take the knees so that they're hip width apart, tuck the toes, take the hips back up into your first downward facing dog. So Ian, do you want to move your block out the way, and then walk the feet slightly further in. Bend the knees as much as you need to straighten up your back. That's better. And then spread the fingers out so the whole of the palm is in contact with the mat. Lucy, put a little bend in your knee so you can bring your hips a little bit higher. That's it. Okay, and then bend your knees as much as you need to and start to slowly walk your feet towards your hands, coming to the top of your mat. Take a deep forward fold, bringing the chest to the thighs, so bend the knees as much as you need to bring the chest in contact with the thighs. Let the head hang. And then on your next inhalation, sweep the arms up, look up to your thumbs. Exhale and bring your hands into heart center in Anjali Mudra. Take a few breaths here, close your eyes. We're going to take 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar here. The first round is going to be with modifications. So for the second round, you can stick to the modifications or you can move into the full sequence. So begin. Float the arms up as you inhale, look to the thumbs, take a small back bend. Exhale, bring the hands onto the hips. Fold forwards from the hips, keeping the spine nice and straight. Hands to your knees. Inhale and look up with a flat back. Exhale, fold forwards, bend the knees as much as you need to get the palms in contact with the mat. Take the right foot back, joining with the left foot into plank. Ian, walk your hands forward slightly. Exhale, bring your knees, your chin and your chest down. Inhale, hands at the side of the chest, our elbows tucked in, raise up into cobra. Exhale, lower. Take the knees back, take the hips back towards the knees and heels, and then come back into your downward facing dog. We'll stay here for 1, 2. Ian, you might want to just move your feet so that they're slightly further apart, so they're more hip width apart, and spread out your fingers again. And then start to look at the space in between your hands. Bring the right foot in between your hands. If you need to pick the foot up with the hand to bring it forwards, do that. And then join with the left foot. That's it, Anna. Take a forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to. And then inhale and come all the way up. Look to the thumbs again. And we're going to go back down on the opposite side. So exhale, hands onto your hips. Fold forward from the hips. Inhale, hands onto knees, look up with a flat back. Exhale, fold forwards. Bend the knees as much as you need to get the palms in contact with the mat. Take the left foot back, join with the right foot into plank. Press through the hands so you're not dipping into the shoulders. Exhale, knees, chest and chin in contact with the mat. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower. Take the hips back towards the heels, tuck the toes and come into downward facing dog. I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths. So 1, 2. Bend your knees slightly more, Ian, so you can take your hips a bit higher. And then just press through here. Natalie, just bring your feet so that they're more hip width apart. Sit. 4, 5. Start to look at the space in between your hands. Bring the left foot in between the hands. Again, pick the foot up if you need to. Join with the right foot. Forward fold over your legs, bending the knees as much as you need to. And then inhale, come up, bringing the arms all the way up. Look to the thumbs. Exhale, hands in prayer position. So we're going to take that same sequence. This time I'm going to add on chaturanga. So rather than dropping to our knees, chest, chin, rather than taking this, you can press all the way down and then take upward facing dog rather than cobra. But if you feel that this is too much for you, just stick to the first variation. So inhale, raise the arms up, look to the thumbs. Exhale, fold all the way down this time. Inhale, hands onto your knees, look up with a flat back. Exhale, fold forwards. Take the right foot back, join with the left foot into plank. And now you can lower all the way down into chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, whichever's better for you. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, press back into downward facing dog. We'll stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look to the space in between your hands. Bring the right foot forwards, joining with the left. Bend over the knee, over the legs. Deep forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the top, look to the thumbs. And then exhale, we're going to go straight back down. Bend the knees as much as you need to, keeping the spine straight. Inhale, hands onto your knees. Look up, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forwards. Take the left foot back, join with the right foot into plank. And now knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll the shoulders back and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. One, two, three, 4, 5. Look to the space in between your hands. Bring the left foot forwards. Join with the right foot. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Let the head hang. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Look to the thumbs. Exhale, bring the hands into heart center. Close the eyes and we'll just stay here for 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Slowly open the eyes. Inhale, bring the arms up. Slowly float them overhead. Exhale, fold forwards. Bend the knees as much as you need to get the hands in contact with the mat. And this time we're going to take the right foot back. So take it as far back as you can. Drop your knee. So just one leg, that's it. Drop your knee down, the back knee down, that's it. So we're going to come into crescent lunge. If anyone needs to use their blocks in this position, you can keep your blocks to the side of your hips. You want to make sure that knee is directly below your back hip, and the front foot is in the centre of the mat with the knee only bent to 90 degrees. Don't let your knee overshoot your ankle. If you don't need the blocks, you can keep the hands onto the hips. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up, look up. Exhale, hands onto hips or blocks. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, toes facing up, sit the hips back so you can take your blocks back if you need to. And then we're going to inhale, bend the front knee, open up the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Sit back. Inhale, come forwards. Open up the chest. And then exhale, sit back for the last time. Inhale, come forwards into Anjali Asana. And we're just going to bring the arms up overhead if you feel comfortable. If not, you can still stay with your blocks. And then just open up the chest, hands in, Chin Mudra. Open up the chest, roll the shoulders back, creating a nice back bend. Lucy, I would keep your hands onto your blocks just to keep you a bit more stable. But you can take them back a bit further so you're still getting that back bend. There you go. And now bring your hands down inside of your front foot. Walk the front foot to the side of the mat. Take the knee slightly back, the back knee slightly back if you can. And you want to make sure that your hands are shoulder width apart. And we're just going to stay here, open up the hip in lizard pose. So you might want to take a few moves either way. If you want to, you can tuck the back toes and come off the back knee. But just stay in the first position if that feels better for you. That's it, Anna. Anna, you might want to just walk your hands slightly further forward so you're not rounding your back. That's it. And now step the front foot back into downward facing dog. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. 1. Ian, walk your hands slightly further forwards. Bend your knees a little bit more. That's it. 3. Step your right foot forwards, join with the left, bend over the legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold forwards. We're going to do the same on the left, so this time take the left foot back, drop the left knee to the mat, take the blocks in your hands. And again, make sure you've got that alignment with your front knee, so don't let the knee ever fall inwards, make sure it's pushing outwards. It should be kind of in line with your second and third toe, and make sure you're not overshooting the knee with the ankle. So if you need to move your foot forwards, move your foot forwards so that you're not doing that. So inhale, lift up, open up the chest, look up. Exhale, take the hips back, straighten the front leg, toes pointing up to the sky, keeping the spine nice and straight. So keep the blocks wherever you need to. Inhale, come forwards, bend the front knee, look up, roll your shoulders open a bit more, Lucy. That's it. Exhale, straighten the front leg, keeping the spine nice and straight. Inhale, bend the front knee, open up the chest. Exhale. And now we're just going to come back into that Anjali Asana. Open up the arms. Take them wide to the sides so you can have a small back bend. Stay in with the blocks if you need to. We'll stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now bring your hands down to the mat, inside your front foot. Walk the front foot to the side of the mat. Ian, you might want to bring your foot forward more, so you're in a deeper lunge.
Right.
And take the back knee back slightly.
Okay.
And then press your right elbow against your right knee, so you're kind of getting a bit of a stretch there. You can work side to side, backwards and forwards, whatever feels good. And then if you want to, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee off, but make sure you're pressing into that back leg rather than letting it hang. Just bring your chest up a little bit. That's it. And now bring your front foot back into downward facing dog, taking the hips up and up towards the sky. That's it. Lucy, try and roll your shoulders out. That's it, perfect. Stay here for another 3, 4, 5. Look to the space in between your hands. Bring your left foot forward, followed by your right foot. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands into prayer. We'll just close our eyes, stay here for 2 breaths. Okay, inhale, open the eyes. Sweep the hands up. Exhale, bring your hands into prayer position at heart center. And we're going to take the right foot back. So the foot positioning is so that the right foot is at the edge of your mat. So from the back, it should look like this for you guys. So you want to bring the edge of the baby toes to the edge of the mat. The front foot is in the center of the mat, and the foot is turned at a kind of 45-degree angle, if that makes sense. Anna, just bring your heel slightly further, your back heel slightly further back. Your back heel. So just, yeah, that's right. So just move, your foot's quite a sharp angle at the moment, so just bring the foot, let me come over. But you can bring if you need to bring your foot in slightly if that's too wide, and then bring that foot into the centre of the mat. There you go. So just to check your alignment, put the hands on the hips, make sure the hip points are facing forwards. Take an inhale, open up the arms to the top, and as you inhale, bring the front knee in line with the second and third toe. So again, make sure you're not bending too far into that knee, but also that you're not bringing the knee in. So Lucy, just bend your front knee a little bit more, your front knee. Keep the back leg nice and straight, so press through that back leg, engaging it. Ian, bring your front foot forward slightly because you're bending too far over your knee. That's it. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands onto the hips, straighten the front leg and fold forwards. So just bringing the chest in line with the floor so that they're parallel. Inhale, come up, raise the arms up. Exhale, bend the front knee, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, take the hands onto the hips. Exhale, fold forwards. So press through both the front and back feet. Inhale, come up, raise the arms up. Exhale, bend the front knee. And we're just going to do that one more time. Fold forwards. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend that front knee. And again, we're just going to open up the arms in Chin Mudra. Taking the drishti up. And this time, you may want to have your blocks in front of you. We're going to come up, straighten that front leg. Fold forwards from the hips. But this time you can extend slightly further, holding onto your blocks, only if you're keeping a straight spine. So Ian, keep your hands onto your hips because you're rounding your back a little bit. So just keep here. That's it. Natalie, you can put your fingertips on the floor if you can keep your spine nice and straight. Anna, just take your blocks slightly further back. That's it. And now slightly bend the front knee, sorry. Take your hands onto your blocks. Natalie, you can use your fingertips on the floor. Take a bend in the front knee. Take the right foot up, keeping the hips nice and level. Toes facing down. Lucy, just bring your hips back in line so you're hoisting your hip up at the moment. So just come back into that. That's it. There you go. So don't worry about bringing the leg up too far. If you can't, you just want to make sure you're keeping those hips in line. And bring your blocks slightly further forwards for you if you need to. That's it. There we go. And now bring the knee to the chest at the front. Standing up straight. And then feet together. Okay. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. This time take the left foot to the side of the mat. So just take it out to the very edge. Lucy, take your foot slightly further so it's touching the edge of the mat. That's it. Square the hips. Take your blocks if you're using them. Oh no, sorry. Keep them there for when we go forwards. So inhale, bend the front knee, arms up, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Ian, bring your front foot forwards again. Walk it forwards a little bit more so you're not bending in over that front knee. Bend the knee, press it out. That's it. And then hands onto hips, straighten the front leg. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the front knee. Inhale, straighten the front leg, hands onto hips. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend the front knee. Hands onto hips, folds forwards. And now inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, bend the front knee. I'm just going to get you to take your arms out. That's it. Stay here for the count of 3, so count your own breath. 1, 2, 3, and just engage your back leg slightly, so push it out, that's it. And now take your hands onto your hips, straighten the front leg. Use the blocks if you need to, or if you can touch your fingertips to the mat. Fold forwards from the hips, over that front leg. Ian, take your blocks slightly further forwards. Maybe just keep your hands onto your hips because you're rounding the top of your spine. That's it, perfect. There you go, that's fine. Lucy, keep your back heel down. So that's it. There you go. And now bend the front knee slightly. Take your blocks slightly further forwards if you need to. And we're going to start to lift up that left leg this time. So toes down, heels up. That's it. And then just bring your hips back into line, that's it. So only bring the leg up as far as you can do it without twisting your hips. Walk your blocks slightly further forward so that you can keep your spine a bit straighter because you're rounding a little bit at the moment. There you go. Bring the back knee into the chest and feet together. There you go. Okay. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Bend the knees as much as you need to get them in contact with the thighs. Inhale, straighten the legs, fingertips onto the knees, look up and lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forwards. Take the right foot back, joining with the left foot into plank. And now drop to knees, chin and chest. Lower all the way down to the mat. And now we're just going to take the forearms out. So you want to make sure that your elbows are directly below your shoulders. Press into the elbow so that you're kind of taking your shoulders away from your ears. Look up, press in, just untuck your toes so that you can put your feet flat, that's it. So press the tops of your feet into the mat. Roll the shoulders back and down. Bring your arms slightly further forwards, that's it. And then exhale, fold the arms in front of you, rest your head on your forearms. Take a couple of breaths here. And now walk the hands to the side of the chest, spreading the fingers out completely, keeping your elbows very tightly tucked to your body. And now just going to lift up without pressing into the hands. Lift the hands up and take the hands back. So you're lifting through your chest. You shouldn't really feel this in your lower back. If you do feel it in your lower back, then come out. And then exhale all the way down. Fold the arms the opposite way. Rest the head onto the forearms. Take your hands back to the side of your chest. Press into your hands. Walk the hips back to your heels and come back into Balasana, child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here. And then when you're ready, come onto your knees. Walk the hands back. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, take the hands to the lower back. So support your lower back, press your elbows together, opening up the chest. Inhale, press the hips forwards, look up and open up the chest. Stay here for one more breath. And then on your exhalation, come forwards, open up the knees and come back into your Balasana Child's Pose. Inhale, come back up to the knees. Now we're going to take the next variation of this. If that was enough for you, you're more than welcome to stay into the supported Ustrasana camel pose. If you want to go slightly deeper into the pose, we're going to now try with the blocks. So again, just make sure that the knees are hip width apart. Feet are directly in the same position, so you're not bringing your feet in. Keep the blocks to the outside of your ankles. And now inhale, bring the arms up, lift and lengthen. Exhale, take your hands onto your hips again, supporting your lower back. And now we're going to raise the right arm up first. Turn it, rotate it, take it back, and then touch onto the block. And then inhale the left hand, turn it, rotate it, and take it onto the block, making sure you're keeping your chest elevated, you're not hinging from your lower back. Press the hips forwards. That's it, Lucy. Nice. Stay into that position if that's more comfortable for you. Nice, Ian. Press through your hips, making sure you're thrusting the hips forwards. Okay. Inhale, take one hand up. Take it to the lower back so that you're supporting your back as you come out. Take the other hand to the lower back and then fall back into your Balasana Child's Pose. When you're ready, lift back up onto your knees and we're going to take the final expression. So again, you're more than welcome to stay into the lower back supported. If that feels enough for you, you can use the blocks if that felt good, or if you want to take the final posture, you're more than welcome to. So inhale, take the hands to the lower back, press the hips and the chest forwards, take one arm up, rotate it round, take it onto your heel. Exhale, take the second arm back onto the heel, but just make sure that you're pressing your hips forward so you're not hinging from your lower back. So last one for everybody. Nice, Ian. Natalie, just lift your head slightly. There you go. Nice, everybody. And when you feel ready, take one hand onto the lower back, join with the second hand onto the lower back, and then come into your child's pose. And when you feel ready, push forwards, come into your tabletop position. So again, make sure that the wrists are directly below the shoulders, the knees are directly below the hips, keeping a nice straight spine. We're just going to take us through that cat-cow just to release the spine where we've been doing some chest opening. So inhale, chest comes forward, drop the belly to the mat. Exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest, tuck the tailbone. That's it. Ian, spread your hands out, your fingers out, that's it. Inhale, chest comes forwards, lift, lengthen, look up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, chin towards your chest, belly button towards the spine. Inhale, look up, lift and lengthen. Open up the chest. And then exhale. Now I'm just going to get you to cross your feet behind you. And then roll forwards so you'll come to a seated position. So we're going to take the legs out in front of us, where we've just done a gentle back bend using Astrasana. We're going to now come into a forward bend to realign the spine. So Lucy and Ian, you've got your straps handy. So in this position, if you feel like you can't sit with straight legs, you can always place a block under your hips. Or the other thing you can do, if it feels like you've got very tight hips, you can just bend the knees slightly. So either way that works for you. We're just going to work into this posture of Paschimottanasana very slowly. So inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, we're just going to fold forwards from the hips. So it's only from the hips, it's not rounding the spine. And I want you to keep the arms in line with the ears so that you're not tempted to fold forwards like that. So just fold as far forwards as you can without bringing your arms out of line with your ears. Inhale, come back up. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forwards. So only go as far as you can. Inhale, come back up. And last time. And if you can, bring your fingertips onto your shins, or if you can take your toes with your first and second fingers. If not, then use the strap. Take the strap around the balls of your feet. That's it. So you can just release the grip a little, like that's it. So you just want to make sure that your chest is nice and open. That's it. Lovely. And then you can kind of work yourself forwards whilst keeping your spine nice and straight. That's it, Lucy. So just walk the hands slightly further up. There you go. Nice, Anna. Can you come forwards any more without rounding your spine, or do you feel like...
That way.
Yeah, that's it. So you want to kind of be falling forwards, but just keeping the spine nice and upright. That's it. Okay, and on your next inhalation, release your straps, release the toes, come back up. We're going to bend the right leg, take it into the chest, and then take it over the left hip. You can stay here with the front leg straight if you want to, or you can tuck that leg behind, making sure that your seat bones are both still grounded. Now we're going to take the left arm up. Take it to the outer hip. Take this arm back behind, fingertips on the mat, or if you need to, Ian, you can use a block under that backhand. Yeah, move forwards a little bit, that's better. There you go. So now every time Anna, I would come off your block, because that's probably, there you go. And then you can just hold on to that leg if that's easier. There you go, that's it. So every time you inhale, lift and lengthen through the crown of your head, and then as you exhale, just twist slightly further back. Go deeper into the twist, keeping the shoulders nice and in line. That's it. So inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. And then on your next inhale, untwist, come back to center. And we're going to take it back through the opposite way. So straighten out the right leg. Take the left knee into the chest. Take it over to the other side of the leg. Inhale, raise the right arm up. Take it to the outer knee. Lift your left arm up. Take it slightly further behind your sit bones. Lift and lengthen. You can just hold on to that knee if you want to with that arm. That's it. There you go. That's it. Much better. Just want to keep your shoulders nice and in line. That's it. Nice one, Lucy. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the crown of your head, and exhale, twist slightly deeper, looking over that back shoulder. And then come back to center. Bring your knees into your chest, and then slowly roll over onto your back. Take a few rolls either side, just to release the spine. Now we're going to come into a supported bridge position. So I'm just going to give Natalie a block. I'll just show you how to come into bridge position. Sorry, so you may just want to just look up for a second. So I'm going to get you to lie down, bring your feet in towards your hips, and then take a deep inhale. And as you start to inhale, you first bring your tailbone off, and then lift each vertebrae up towards the shoulders. Once you get to this point, you should be able to slide a block underneath your hips. So you don't want to put it underneath your lower back. It should always be underneath your hips. And then you can clasp the block. Clasp your hands around the block, rolling the shoulders out, keeping the chest tucked in. And then as you exhale, lower all the way down. So lie down. Take your feet in towards your hips. That's it. And as you inhale, slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then when you feel you've got to that point, you can slide the block underneath your hips. Lucy, you just want to take the block the opposite way around, so it's long ways along your body. Take it the other way. No, you had it. It was the right height. It was just. That's it. Perfect. There you go. Bring your knees slightly in together so they're not splaying out, and then walk the feet slightly further back if you can. That's it. Clasp your hands around the block. That's it. Nice one, Ian. Just bring your knees slightly further in together. So Anna, if you feel like you can't do that, then just take the block out and lay down. You can pop the block underneath your, just in the mid back, so you're still getting a lift, but you're laying down. So see if you can do that if it's comfortable for you. Or you may want to try it with your white blocks. That probably would be a little bit lower for you. So you're still just getting a nice stretch through the back. No, so if you're going to do this, you want to make sure that this is underneath your shoulder blades, so here. So it's completely different to what everybody else is doing. It will just give you a nice chest opening. Yeah. So slide the block down so it's underneath your shoulder blades, not under your neck. There you go. Okay, and when you feel ready, slide the block away, and then very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll your spine down to the mat. Okay, bring the knees into the chest. Take a few rolls either way, just to release any tension from the spine. Now I want you to take out your right leg, hover it above the floor, point the toes. Take some circles with your ankle, so circle it one way, circle it the opposite way, and now drop the foot onto the mat as though it's really heavy. And now take the same with the left leg, take it out, hover it off the mat, point the toes, circle your foot one way, circle it the opposite way, and now drop it on the mat as though it's really heavy. And now take your right arm out, hover it off the mat, make your hand into a tight fist, circle the wrist one way, circle it the opposite way, and now drop your arm onto the floor as though it's really heavy. And do the same with the left, make a tight fist, turn it one way, turn it the other way, and drop it onto the mat. And now scrunch up your face, make it really tight, like it's really tense, and now release it. Do it one more time, scrunch up all your facial muscles, scrunch them really tight, and now release them. Take your right ear to your right shoulder, as though your head's really heavy. Now bring it back to centre. Take it to the left, as though the left ear suddenly got really heavy. Bring it back to centre. And now tense up your stomach muscles as though you're about to do a sit-up. So make them really tense as though you're just about to leap up. And now let them go. One more time. Tense up the stomach. And let it go. Anna, just bring your hands so that they're just down by the side of your body. That's it. Open up the hands. Ian, bring your feet slightly further apart. Let your feet hang out to the sides. That's it. And then just open up your palms to this. That's it. Take your shoulders away from your ears. And now I want everybody to just take their mind within themselves. So notice how your body feels after that asana practice. Do you feel more relaxed now? Do you feel tired?
Yes and yes.
And then slowly start to feel your body relaxing from the tips of your toes. So from your big toes to your second toe, the third toe, fourth toe, your baby toe, up to your ankles, your shins, the knees, your thighs are relaxing into the ground, your hips, the pelvis, your fingertips, the fronts of your hands, the backs of your hands, your forearms, up to your shoulders. Shoulders are nice and away from the ears and relaxed. Your face is nice and relaxed. And now concentrate on passively think about your breathing. So start to notice that as you inhale, your chest and your stomach rise, and as you exhale, your chest and your stomach fall. So just keep noticing that rising and falling of the breath, moving in and out of the body. When you feel ready, bring the knees into the chest. Hug your knees tightly. Fall onto your right hand side. And slowly come up into a seated position. So you can sit with your legs out straight if you want to, if that's more comfortable for you, or you can sit cross-legged using a block underneath your hips so that the knees are below your hips. Put any more layers back on that you need to. We're just going to finish with Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing. So this is kind of to balance out the left and right brain. So any time of the day you might put your hand in front of your face and notice that one nostril is more dominant than the other. The nostrils are kind of connected to the left and the right hand side of the brain. So the right nostril will be connected to the left brain, which is the slightly more masculine side of the brain. So this just kind of balances things out a bit, so you have a nice kind of balanced feeling after this breathing exercise. So to begin this, you want to take your left hand onto your knee in Chin Mudra. So bring the forefinger and the thumb to touch, back of the palm on the knee, and then the right hand we're going to make into Vishnu Mudra. So you fold your first finger and your middle finger towards the palm, and then you have your little finger and your ring finger out. So bring this right hand up, and then you're going to take your right thumb to your right nostril, and then the ring finger and the baby finger to the other nostril. So you want to make sure in this that you're not cupping your mouth, so just make sure that it's the right hand. Yeah, that's right. So if this feels uncomfortable to keep your elbow up here this whole time, you can bring your knee out to the side and rest your elbow onto your knee. So the way this works is we're going to block both nostrils. I'm going to count, and we're going to start by inhaling through the left. We're going to inhale for the count of 4, block both nostrils, and then exhale through the right for the count of 8. And we'll do this 6 times. Okay. Is everybody okay with the hand position? So just release the nostrils. So unblock them. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Block both nostrils. Partially open the left. Inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Block both. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Block both. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Block both. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Block both. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Block both. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Block both. I'm just going to let you carry on counting your own breath for a couple of rounds. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4, block both. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, block both. Exhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now slowly take your hand away. Take both hands into Chin Mudra onto your knees. Take the shoulders away from the ears. Close the eyes. And just let the breath return to normal. Notice whether your breath's slightly longer now or slightly shorter, whether it feels smoother and deeper. Now just think about the theme that I set at the beginning of the class of ahimsa, which is non-violence. So we've obviously been thinking about that through our yoga practice and not harming our body. But the idea is that you just take that out and be mindful of how you speak to other people, how you speak to yourself, making sure you're spreading kindness. And now to close the class, we're just going to take 3 Brahmari breaths. So this is the humming breath. So this is calming for the nervous system. So inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Slowly bring them up as long as you're inhaling. And as you exhale, bring the palms together and hum your breath out. So it should sound like this. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale. One more time. Bring the hands to heart center. And then we'll just close the class by saying namaste to each other. Thank you very much for all attending my class.
Thank you.